In today's baby registry, I want to highlight a couple of safety items as well as some breastfeeding items. So stay tuned for those products, and for now, let's jump right into it.
The first item, unfortunately, is a baby lounger that we don't have a picture for, so let's move along. We got a wrap carrier. You can find them more affordable, but I will say I love a wrap carrier. They roll up so tiny in your home, in the diaper bag. They're great. They're a huge help with a baby just wanting to be held, So love a baby wrap. Then we have, the Baby Bjorn bouncer. This is really expensive. The price isn't shown for whatever reason. It's currently unavailable. You can find a knockoff that is half the price. If you want style, you can still find it more affordably. Okay. All right. Next, we have this little activity map for tummy time. It's fine. It's only $10. I didn't have one, but $10 isn't that much if it entertains your baby. Okay. I think I remember. I looked at this registry a while back, and this swing looks like it might be $2.99. That's really expensive. I don't even think you need a swing. I put baby on the floor. I did tummy time on their back on a quilt. I did the wrap. We went on walks in the stroller. We had places to go in the car seat, and they sleep a ton. And I didn't want my baby to sleep in a swing. But anyway, we didn't have a swing in our house. We managed. So I would not spend that much on a extra or a luxury item. Okay, the Angel Care bath support. We did have that. It worked fine. Bathing your baby is hard no matter what. That's what I always say. It's always going to be tricky to bathe a slippery little weak baby. Okay, so just do your best. Next, we have, it looks like a 2-pack of hooded towels and a 2-pack of hooded towels. I love how neutral these are. When it comes to towels, bigger is better because they grow. And a bigger towel is always more cozy than a little towel. Then we have bath books. I don't know if I would get 12. That's a lot. If you do this, give them 1 or 2 at a time in the bath and make sure you're rotating through them. Okay. And then I would also be curious if these are fabric or if they're more like plastic. Is this something you can wash? Because, you got to be careful of mold. So it'd be great if you could wash and dry them, but that's going to depend on the materials. That's a lot of bath books. I would maybe get books for not in the bath, just my opinion. All right, we got a changing pad. You don't have to have this. We changed our baby on a quilt on our guest bed. That was our changing area. We had the diaper caddy there with all the things, had a quilt down, changed them on that. If we made a little mess on the bed, it landed on that quilt. Quilt got thrown in the laundry, replaced it with a new one. You don't have to have a changing pad. Then the diaper caddy. I think this diaper caddy is beautiful. I had one that was more like felt style, which cost, I think, $19 or so. So this is beautiful for only $25. I think this looks great. I would probably get this one if I had to do it again. So beautiful. I like a rectangle versus an oval. I feel like it fits the diapers better. Okay. Then we got some Destin. Great if you need it. Hopefully you don't, but you have it if you need it. Now, the little spatulas to administer the diaper rash cream. I recommend just getting one. Don't put this in the diaper bag. Don't take it on the go. It's too much work when you're on the go with baby. Just do it at home. And again, try to prevent diaper rash. Next, we have the Diaper Genie. I don't like the Diaper Genie diaper pail. I would rather just put the diapers in the trash because that's just my preference. I just don't think they're needed. Anywho, now we have some wipes. Then we have a pack of size 1 diapers. That's great. Okay, some burp cloths. I like that these are neutral. So they got like the elephant, not sure what else is on their little print. And then here they got like a nice orange color, like a burnt orange. Neutral, like that. Okay, these are the Philips Avent glass bottles in 8 ounce. Good choice. I think glass is nice. Obviously, you want to be careful and safe with it, but you can throw them in the dishwasher and that is awesome. Now, I would skip the 4 ounce bottles because you're going to outgrow these. You don't need them. Just go for the big ones. All right, the Hello Baby monitor. So when it comes to baby monitors, I recommend getting 2 cameras that go to one screen. So if you have multiple children, you can have a camera in each of their rooms. I also would recommend a screen that can split so you can see both cameras. I recommend going large on the inches. So about 5 is good. Some of them will be like 2 inches. I would not get that small. And the other thing to consider is, do you want it on your Wi-Fi or not? That is a personal preference of yours. So those are the main features to look into. Next, we've got like a bath set. This looks kind of nice. I don't know my cosmetics, if that's good for skin, not good for skin. You got to do your own research, but it looks like a beautiful product. $60. It might be really high quality. I don't know. I can't say. If you're interested in looking up any of these products and diving a little deeper, all the links will be in the description. So check it out there if you want to learn more. Then we have a cream here for baby as well. It says a face cream. Okay. Then we got the Wubbanub. I don't like the Wubbanub. I would rather just get plain old Passies, put a pacifier clip on them. Not a fan of Wubbanubs. Now we have another cream for baby. Okay, that's one I haven't heard of. I wonder if this parent did their research. I hope they did, because these are definitely not your typical Johnson & Johnson. So good for them if they did find better quality items. All right, this is one of those safety items. So this is the Owlet Dream Sock. It essentially is like a monitor for your baby. And I mean, it's expensive, but this is one of those that can help prevent SIDS or catch it if it's happening, if baby is having trouble breathing or anything like that. Now, you are going to probably have some false alarms where maybe baby kicked it off a little bit or the monitor got moved. You're going to wake up, panic, and baby's fine. So it can induce anxiety. It can also relieve anxiety, okay? This is a very personal choice if it feels worth it to you and your peace of mind. Okay, like I said, it could cause you more anxiety. It could cause you peace of mind. Put some thought into if this purchase is the right one for you. All right, now we have a portable sound machine that can go on the car seat, on the go. Fine, cool. We used an old cell phone. We put a free white noise app on it and we used an old cell phone. Now you have the crib, like fish aquarium. I would never put this in my baby's bed because I think the bed is for sleeping. I don't think it's for toys. So that's just my personal preference on that. So for me, it's a skip. Then we got some swaddle blankets. Now, when it comes to swaddle blankets, sometimes you just use them as a blanket. If they're stretchy, you might actually swaddle baby, but they can just be handy dandy blankets to have around for different uses. This is a bassinet. It can go bedside. We skipped the bassinet and did a crib, but I will say this is a beautiful bassinet. It's a little expensive. You don't use the bassinet as long as you think. They outgrow them. They really do pretty fast. And obviously it depends if you want to keep baby in your room for a long time or if you're ready to move them. If you can fit the crib in your room, I recommend trying that out from the beginning as well. There's a lot of options. Don't feel like you have to do the traditional route. All right, next we have a wearable breast pump. I don't see a picture of that. I don't see a price on that. So we're just going to assume that that is what it is. We'll just leave it at that. Next, we have a nursing cover. Very cute, kind of like a scarf look to it. I like that. Now, when it comes to nursing covers, there's like ones that are more scarfy or even stretchy. I like those for an older baby when they can latch really easily on their own and it's like just more coverage if they're wiggling and moving around. Now, a newborn baby, I actually like the cover that has like the U hook that kind of like has like a wire in it almost, and it gives you a view of baby. I feel like that view is very helpful when they're a newborn. So different phases, sometimes different things are more helpful. All right, now we have a nursing pillow. This looks like a nice pillow. I will say I lived without a nursing pillow, so up to you if you feel like you want one. All right, now we have, it looks like maybe 2 types of nipple balm. This one might be for the diaper bag because it's in that like handy dandy travel size versus this one's more of a large container with that like screw off lid. So that one might be for at home. That's okay. It's interesting they got 2 different brands, but maybe they just thought they would try both of them. That's my number 1 breastfeeding item. So plain and simple, that's number 1. Then the Haka. The Haka is a great way to catch some easy ounces. I use the Haka. I did not use a breast pump very often, so it worked for me. I would feed baby on one side, wear the Haka on the other, and catch an ounce or 2. And then that was just easy milk. It didn't require a full pumping session. All right, now we have more nipple cream here. That's interesting. They got 3. We have, what is this? This is like a whole breast care thing with like heated pads, 2-in-1 lactation, 9-piece set. What is this? Let's dive a little deeper. I did not get this. I can tell you that much. Okay, so hydration breast masks. What does that even mean? A lactation breast mask, instant heat warmers, a massager. Goodness gracious. Okay, you do not have to have all this. And then on top of that whole set, now they have another one, a cold and hot therapy packs. You do not have to have all this, okay? If I'm talking breastfeeding essentials, nipple balm, number 1. Number 2, depending on your comfort level, is a nursing cover. For me, that was like the next thing that was essential. Some people don't even care. They just put their shirt up and they're fine. That's up to you. Number 3 would be the pump / Haka. Depends on if your baby's always going to be with you or not. And then beyond that would be the milk storage bags, probably, to put that milk somewhere. And then the other item I would say I used is like breast pads for leaking. And you can buy reusable or disposable. I did not get therapy packs. I did not get a mask to put on my breast. I did not get a massager. Now, I sometimes manually would, like if I felt a knot in my breast, I would like kind of rub it out, like work it out a little bit because I did not want to get mastitis. I definitely wanted to prevent any like bumps and lumps from forming. So yeah, like just for centuries, women had their breast and they had their baby and that's all they had and they made do. Don't overwhelm yourself with all these items. Don't get in your head where you think, oh, baby's only getting milk if I have the massager on there or da-da-da-da-da. Don't overwhelm yourself. I think this is too much. Okay. I'm so pro breastfeeding, but I'm not pro breastfeeding over $100 worth of gear and items. It's just too much. And then you got these silverette things. I did not use these. People say these are amazing. It's essentially a piece of silver that you like put on them when you're not feeding baby. I don't know what they do. They're expensive though. Don't lose them. I will tell you that, because they are costly for a little thing. Again, you don't have to have them, okay? I promise you don't have to have all this. All right, next we have a mirror for in the car. So nowadays they make, obviously the mirror, that's the old school way, but now they make like a camera that points at baby and you see the screen in the front and you can watch baby that way. Pros and the cons. The screen things I've seen, they're only like $35. So not that much more than the mirror. The mirror, it's going to be challenging to see your baby in the dark, like at night. Whereas that camera, I think, has like the capability of some night vision to get you that view of baby, even if it's dark. I will also say my kids have kicked their mirrors. They have moved their mirrors versus a camera. You could probably set it up pretty high where their feet can't reach it. So I would consider going for the camera option. Okay. Next, we have some toys. Now, I don't like some of these toys. When it comes to toys, I want things that grow with them, like a ring stacker or like blocks. These are very baby toys. Like I would not get this many teethers and rattles. Let them just play with their hands. Get them something out of the kitchen that's safe for them to play with, like a plastic bowl or a plastic cup. You know, nothing that they can like choke themselves or cut themselves on, obviously, but they just don't need all this stuff. Okay. They're going to grow up so fast and you're just going to have all this random plastic in your home. All right, next, an activity thing. I don't love this one. My mom ran a daycare and she had one of these, and I don't know why. It just was not my favorite item. I prefer just a blanket on the ground with some toys. A blanket on the ground's a lot easier to clean up and put away. This kind of stuff can be very like overstimulating in your home and very cluttery very fast. Now this next one, the one thing I like is I like the mirror. I think the mirror is really sweet. Now I will say the baby in that mirror does not look like this baby, so I don't know who took that photo. But I do think a mirror is cool. I like crinkle stuff. If I am going to get a newborn toy, I think the crinkle's really cool. Versus I don't like things necessarily that make sound as much. Don't love that. Like this super simple, but this should not be $16. Like that's a little ridiculous, you know? When it comes to little infant toys, if you have anyone in your life that's like outgrowing them, like you got a cousin or a sister or a friend who their baby's moved on and they're ready to get rid of stuff, welcome those hand-me-downs from people that you know and trust. Because this stuff is expensive for just a very short period of time. All right, we got another one of those with the black and the white. Okay, that's actually a pretty good price. A lot of times the high contrast tummy time, quite expensive. So that's actually a pretty good deal. All right, gripe water. I've used it before. I don't know if it really works or not, but I don't know. It's one of those, when you're desperate with a fussy baby, you will try anything. All right, some pacifier clips. I like these. I prefer more of like a neutral gray, like a little more neutral, just so it doesn't like clash with an outfit. Just my opinion, but they're cheap. 2 of them, they'll do the job. All right, moving on to mom. We have some postpartum disposable underwear. Okay. Then we have some Tux pads, and then we have Dermablast. So, okay, you don't know what kind of birth you're going to have. If you have a birth where you tear and you have stitches, both of these items are amazing. Okay. If you have a really smooth birth, you might not need a ton of these. And at least in America, you get both of these items at the hospital, and whatever's left, you take home with you. So one of my births, I had enough Tux pads come home with me and I was good. The other one, I believe I went out and bought one more thing of it, but I only used like half. But when you are in pain, you are in pain. Okay. So you might not need these is what I'm saying. But if you're nervous, you might, and you want to have them on hand. Okay. You could save them for your next birth. You could also give them to, again, sibling, friend, if they're about to go through labor and maybe you didn't use them and you're comfortable sharing them with somebody else. Up to you, but don't overbuy on that kind of stuff. Okay, now we have like a full kit with the underwear, the peri bottle. Again, I came home from the hospital with a peri bottle. Now, if you have multiple levels in your home or multiple bathrooms where you're going to be taking care of yourself postpartum, you might want multiple sets of things. Okay, so for me, I used one bathroom in our home because we have one floor, and that's where all my postpartum was. It's interesting, this next one is a C-section recovery kit. So I wonder if mom knows she's going to have a C-section. Very interesting. I did not do a C-section, so I can't comment too much on that, but it does have some nifty supplies in it. However, it is $89, so keep that in mind. The next item is another strong safety item. So we had that Owlet earlier. This is called the Life Vac. It is for choking babies, and babies can choke on anything and everything. So I've seen this on a video. It was like on the news, and it was a little boy, and he was choking on a pancake at like a breakfast restaurant. And somebody had one of these in their car. They like hustled out, got it, brought it in. You put the mask on their face and then you pull the plunger out and it pulls the air and the item out. And it was honestly like watching that video gives me chills because it definitely seemed like it saved this baby's life. I don't feel like they were figuring it out. You know what I mean? Like things were definitely getting worse. Yeah, this is an item that could save your baby's life. It is up to you if it's something you want to invest in. You could buy one for your home and you could buy one for your car. just a thought. If you have like, you know, a storage bin in your car where you keep an emergency blanket and some of those items, throw one of these in, because what if you're at grandma's house? What if you are at a restaurant? Just an item that you may want to consider adding to your list. All right, again, links will be in the description. Okay, this green tub I feel like is the biggest gimmick. So, okay, buy this collapsible $18 tub. Can you not just wash them in your sink? Could you not just wash them in a mixing bowl? I don't understand why you need this specific tub. Crazy marketing. Then we have a bottle drying rack. I don't like these. I prefer just to dry things on a towel. And then the towel can go away versus this is going to sit out possibly for 2 years, depending on how many kids you have. It could sit out for 5 years. Okay. You just keep having babies. You need bottles. Oh, now we got sippy cups. Oh, let's put the pacifiers on there. It's clutter and I can't handle it. Not something I'm interested in. Then we have the hatch. We love the hatch. So we have one in each of our children's bedrooms. It's on a schedule and it helps us and them stay on track. Okay. So every night, 8 p.m., their light turns red and the white noise comes on. We put them in bed, we say goodnight, and we're out of there. All right. In the morning, it turns green at the appropriate time. We go in, tell them good morning. And as your kids grow up, you can transition them from crib to their toddler bed or their just like big kid bed. You can use the hatch to help you. So we trained them to it, getting used to the colors and what they mean in their crib. And then we moved them to their big bed and they didn't get up when it was red. They waited till it turned green and it was the appropriate time to wake up. And I just think of this as an alarm clock. Do you as an adult use an alarm clock? It helps you stay on track in the morning. This can help them. Because if they wake up at 4 a.m, they don't know it's 4 a.m. They can't tell time. But if their light is red, they go, oh, still sleep time. And they go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a punishment. It isn't like being overly structured. You can adjust it on your phone on the fly. You can make tweaks as needed. It can also help you stay on track. So love the hatch. Definitely look for that link because I love the hatch. All right, next we have massage oil. Ooh, baby's going to be living the life. These parents are awesome. Okay, wipe warmer. I would skip on that. I feel like it's a safety hazard and it's going to dry out your wipes and baby's going to have to get used to cold wipes every time you're not at home. So I would skip that. Then we have the Dr. Brown all-in-one sterilizer and dryer for baby bottles. Okay, we got a dryer here. Why do we have a dryer here? And that's double items sitting out all the time. Not for me. So overall on this one, we had a couple safety items, Owlet, Life Back. We had tons of breastfeeding items, a lot of postpartum. Up to you if you want those on your baby registry. I bought my stuff for myself. Personally, I didn't really want to put that on other people, but some people love getting that. They love supporting and taking care of mom. So up to you. If you are interested in checking out more baby registries to find more items that suit you and your needs, check out my channel, subscribe, and keep looking and learning. And if you've already had your baby shower, that's okay. You can still decide what items you need before baby arrives or even after baby arrives, okay? It's an ongoing process of getting things and adjusting. That's just how it goes. All right, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.